book lovers! I am so excited to have you here with me on my channel, Pages Rediscovered. My name is Reagan and I am here at one of my favorite thrift stores, and I'm going to take you along to go thrifting for books. I am a homeschool mom and I absolutely adore searching for books. It has become a bit of an obsession for me, but it is one of my favorite things to do, and so I wanted to share it with you. And I'm going to bring you along. I'm at one of my favorite honey holes, as I call them. I find some amazing books here, so I want you to come with me. Let's see what gems we can discover together. And I am so excited to start this process and to have you come along with me. I also want to talk about, real quickly, a book that I'm reading. And right now I'm currently reading The Day It Rained Forever by Ray Bradbury. I was going to show it to you, but I don't have it with me, so maybe next time. This book is a collection of his short stories, and so far I'm really enjoying it. He has an interesting way of writing. If you have not read any of Ray Bradbury books, I highly recommend them. I have read Fahrenheit 451, and in my opinion, every person alive should read this book. It is amazing. It is so applicable to today even, and it just has so much to offer. It's also just a really great read. And one of his other books that I also highly recommend is Dandelion Wine. It is a coming of age story, and it's so wildly different than Fahrenheit 451. His syntax and his wordsmithing is beautiful. I just love him altogether. So I'm very excited to dig into these short stories. And the other thing I like about this book is I can bring it along with me. I can just read a couple of stories, and I can put it down and I can feel satisfied because I've come to the end of that story. So I have other books going alongside it as well, but I thought I would highlight that one for you today. So with that being said, I think it's time for us to go see what we can discover together. Let's go inside. So here we are inside the store, and they have had this shelf here for a while, and it has a lot of old antique looking books, and most of the time I'm not familiar with them, but I wanted to show you what they have. Maybe you will find a gem in there and you can tell me in the comments. So here are those antique vintage books here. They have these here that says Mother Corky. I'm not familiar with that. The Mississippi Bubble. Now here is one that I am familiar with, Harvester, but I believe I want $20 for this book, which is way too expensive in my opinion, especially considering the condition. You can see here the boards are separating, you can see the webbing. It's not in great condition. $20 is quite a lot, so I'm putting that back. Let's see what we have here. Dixon. You can see these books are, some of them are in quite rough condition. The Battle Cry book. What book is this? Oh, I'm not familiar with that book. I do love Pearl Book, and I try to grab her books as often as I can, but I have not found a beautiful hardback of hers. I believe this is Harold Bell Wright, maybe? Yes, and a lot of people love his books. I am not familiar. Here is another Porter. It's lovely cover, but again, it's not in the greatest condition. You can see it separating. This one does not have a price tag on it. And I have a few of her books at home, but I have not read any of her books yet, so you'll have to tell me, what is your favorite Gene Stratton Porter book and why? And should I get either of the ones that we've seen here so far? Here are some books that are down here. I don't know what this is, but look at how pretty. $10. Friends, so I am going through one of their carts here. As you can see, so many books to go through. I won't be able to take you through all of them, So I'll just come back and let you see what I have discovered when I come across something interesting. This book is in really bad shape and it will be staying behind. I won't be picking it up, but I just thought I'd do a little flip through for you. What do you think? Is this one of those sort of encyclopedia sets? Probably so. Let's see what else we have in here. Anything interesting? Oh, I see an old book here. I always look for the old spines. Oh, this is a reader. Primary school reader. Book 1. First grade. Yeah, that's kind of, with these old readers, it's very hard to find them in really good condition because they've had lots of little hands on them. So in the inside, I find there are lots of stains and smudges, fingerprints. I think these are more readers here. Yeah, so this is the primer. I've never heard of these. Let me know what you think. We use the Free and Treadwell readers, but we buy them reprinted, so we do not have any of the beautiful vintage ones, although I would love to find them. Here is a copy of Heidi. This suspiciously looks like it might be adapted or abridged. Let's see. Looks like it's a newer printing. Classic library. Look at this. Condensed and adapted. That's what you want to look for. We do not do condensed or adapted books, so we will leave that one behind. The Power of Positive Thinking. Okay. I'm going to do a quick scan. So there's a Corrie ten Boom. This looks like a biography. Heroes of the Faith. Oh, Heroine of Harlem. That might be a good one. Let's look down here. What do you see? Anything interesting? Trying to scan while looking. Irish humor. This looks interesting, but not the book that I need. John McCarthy. Not a book that we're looking for right now. What's this? Oh, I have seen these and heard of these actually. Around the World program, geography. How do I get these books out of here? They slide out. Hard to do one-handed. I'll be back. I've got them out. This is so exciting. I have seen these multiple times online, but I have never come across them in person. I am going to be grabbing these for sure. Still in the box? Yes, please. What a find. I'm so excited about these. Okay, so I am just going to show you, there are so many books. So I'm just going to do a quick scroll through some of the books so you can see the spines. Let me know in the comments if you see anything that you find interesting or that you wish or you thought I should have grabbed. I'll probably go back through after I do the scan to look for things that I want, but just to show you how many books they have to go through here. It's just phenomenal. Okay, so as you can see, oh my goodness, so many books. And see, these are the kind of books here that catch my eye. I know nothing about that. I don't think it looks like anything I need, but just the spine of it. It's an ex-library book. What is your strategy when you go look for books? I'd like to know. I just sort of go through as much as I can, but in an instance like this, when I'm in a hurry, I can't go through every picture book, so I will just stop and I'll pull, every once in a while I'll pull one out if it has an interesting looking spine to it, especially if it looks older. Here's some biographies of baseball players and athletes. It seems interesting. Now, this is Tom Sawyer. Okay. I am not a fan of the binding of these books. I'm not sure if this is Whitman. Yes, it is Whitman Classics. These are terrible quality. I'm sorry, but they are. The spines break so easily. And as you can see, this one has considerable water damage right here, so I would not purchase this book. I wouldn't get it even if it didn't have the water damage, just because those books do not hold up. And we read them, and we want to be able to use them. So let's see, what are you guys seeing? The Real Mother Goose. This is a good one. I buy this one often. I actually find it quite frequently when I'm thrifting. So I'll probably leave it behind today. Now this book here, The Little Mermaid by Hans Christian Andersen. You can see this is a library rebound. When I see a spine of a library rebound, I almost always look at it because you know it's good. If it was used enough to have to be rebound and put back in circulation at the library, then you know it was well loved. Okay, look at this one. Whose mouse are you? Pictures. I am not familiar with this one. Let's look at it. I have way too many picture books. Someone cut it up here? Okay. Oh my goodness. What? Shake my mother out of the cat. Oh no. I guess the mouse's mom got eaten by a cat. Okay. So, oh look here. Are you guys familiar with this series? We already have this book, Mercy Watson, but there are even newer printed books that I always keep my eye out for, because there are some actually that you can find. But we already have that one, so I'll leave it. Oh, another example, Princess in Black. My daughter has both of these series and both of these books, so they'll stay here for someone else to grab, but they are both worth grabbing in my opinion. Are you for real, Easter Bunny? Okay, so here is a Cornerstones of Freedom. I think I'm going to grab that. I come across these often. This is an older one. It doesn't have the shiny cover, so it's an older print. I am going to grab this one and put it in my cart. Okay, so here is another shelf. We're just going to slowly skim. I know, and there was also a Mercy Watson, but they're ones that we already have. So I don't see anything here. There are a lot of paperback books, and I don't mind paperback books if they are books that are harder to find. I also come across a lot of these newer sort of biographies, and I tend to just skip over those because I don't know, I'm sort of a stickler for the more vintage books, but maybe I shouldn't. What do you think? Should I get books like that? Do you know anything about them? Let me know, what are some good series that you like? There are definitely some great books in here, and you'll notice I'm just skimming over them and I'm not grabbing them because I likely already have them. See, here's another one of these. Sort of more modern. A Student's Guide to William Faulkner. Looks like something maybe for high schoolers.
Stop it, you're embarrassing.
Let's see. This one has been here for a few weeks. It looks interesting, but I keep just putting it back. A lot of Beverly Cleary books. I love her books and usually grab them. Island of the Blue Dolphins, Hans Brinker. See, look, here's one of those. Oh, it's a Babysitter's Club. This one, The Velveteen Rabbit. Oops. This one is illustrated by a very good illustrator, Michael Haig. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Oh, so sweet. Sweet and lovely illustrations. I will probably leave this one because I do have a Velveteen Rabbit, so I don't need to pick it up today. Another sports biography, Steffi Graf. A lot of those here. Swiss Family Robinson, more Beverly Cleary.
No, it's too loud.
Okay, so we're finished shopping. Thank you so much for coming along. I had to talk quietly inside. That was a little weird. It wasn't very busy inside, so fortunately I didn't have a lot of strange people staring at me as I'm talking to my phone camera. But I hope you enjoyed that, and hopefully as I continue doing this, I will get better and I won't be as wobbly with the camera. You won't have as much background noise, and I'll try and go a little slower next time. But I am excited about some of my finds. I love when I find something that I know about that I haven't come across in person yet, and so I can't wait to get home and to take these out of my bag. And I picked up some things that I did not show you, so you'll have to stay tuned because I am going to go through my haul, my book haul, with you in a future video. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I know and why I picked up these particular books. So I hope you will come back, and if you have enjoyed this, I really hope that you will press the like button and that you will subscribe to my channel. If I get enough interest, then I can start doing a little bit more with my audio and with the visuals. So just stick with me as I continue on this journey. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Bye.